Hey guys, it's Red Bull time. And that was literally the last sip of this Red Bull because I look, I got really tired in the middle of the day. And I was like, okay, so I have to go back and get the kitty and everything, so I'm gonna just have a Red Bull. I normally only have them once every few months, but I've had one each day for the last like 3 days because I've been just like, but I think we're on the right track now. Welcome to my new home. There's terrible lighting in here right now because I don't have any lamps. I have like my little globe lamps. That's all the light that's happening right now is monitors and the globe lamp. But yay, this is my living room. Got my desk here. Got my nice rusty orange couch here with crazy pillows as per usual. Nothing on the walls yet, of course. Let's see. I can't take you on a walk around yet, but soon. So over there is my closet for jackets and things. And over there is a Thai iced tea. Whoops. All the posters that I need to mount. Oh, the door is in the way. Nope, he's not there. You can't see his precious face. Sherlock is currently traipsing around the apartment, getting his bearings. He was so scared. I felt awful because originally I was like, okay, well, I'll just bring him with me when the movers are coming over here. And Jeannie was like, no, he'll be scared, but you need to leave him at the house because a lot's going to be going on. He's going to have to be locked up for a while and he's not going to be happy. It's just going to scare him more with all the sounds and everything. So just leave him at the house and then pick him up later and bring him once everything's in here. I was like, okay. So we emptied out my room, emptied out the living room of all of my stuff, brought it over here. The movers were fantastic. They came highly recommended. And I had never used movers before. I've always just known people who have trucks. But it turns out in LA, people don't have trucks, which makes sense. So, so I hired movers because I've been a little bit stressed. There's just been a lot going on. And so everybody was like, just hire good, cheap movers. And it'll take a huge weight off your chest. It'll all just get done real quickly. And it'll be the smoothest possible option. I was like, all right, okay. And they were great. They were fantastic. Really fast. It was crazy. They showed up, and within 20 minutes, all of my stuff was loaded into the truck. It's like, what? And then we drove over here, and the biggest hiccup was that the street I'm on has terrible street parking. So they parked and accidentally blocked somebody in, and they had to move. They had to move once while they were here. So that was a hiccup where we couldn't be bringing stuff in. But overall, it happened so fast. I was so happy. I've already gone through quite a few boxes, put away a bunch of mugs, put away a bunch of my clothes, and then went back to the house, grabbed Sherlock, and brought him here. But the saddest part, you guys, oh my gosh, this was heartbreaking. So some people's cats, when they're in transport, they're totally fine. They're like, whatever, cars. Some people's cats get like vicious sounding, like really angry and upset. Sherlock just sounds sad, like the saddest cat you've ever heard in your life. And it breaks my heart every time I take him to the vet. Anything really. He just sounds so sad. So I went back to the house. He had been hiding behind the couch, I guess since I left, which is sad. And then I put him in his carrier that he hates. And he didn't even meow, which concerned me. I was like, oh no, are you okay? Because I'm used to him immediately being like, meow, 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 like just sounding just like these low, sad, that didn't sound sad, but like they're like really low, sad sounding meows. So, put him in the box, and he just sat in there, completely silent. And I was like, okay, we're going in the car now, you know, like, I talk to him a lot when he's in the box, because I know he's so uncomfortable. So it's like, okay, now we're going. I pick him up, and he immediately just pees in the box, his carrier, which is more of a box than like a comfortable carrier, and I know that I need a better carrier, but I rarely take him anywhere. But now I have to get a new one because he just peed, and the box was just dripping pee as I walked, and I was like, oh no. So I sat him down, and I was like, you're okay, it's okay, and then the meows started. So I let him just kind of sit there for a second, and we grabbed a big towel and put that in the back seat of the car, and I sat in the back seat of the car, and Jeannie drove, and he meowed the whole way here. I was just like, oh, you poor thing. And I was worried that when we got here, he was going to just hide under my bed. Fortunately, I should know by now that Sherlock's not that cat. Fortunately, let him out, and he, like, kind of seized up, but then he just immediately started running all over the house. Just like looking, sniffing, like running, or trotting more, I guess, like kind of like a cat jog. He was cat jogging all over the apartment and sniffing everything, and then eventually it like slowed down and more like leisurely sniffing, and then he figured out where his food was and ate some food and drank some water, and now he's sniffing all my clothes, and he found his cat tree. I let him out next to the cat tree, but he immediately ran away from it, and I was like, well, I tried to give you something to just be happy about. But he's doing fine. I'm so proud of him. And I got so concerned when he peed his carrier. I was like, oh no. But now I can get him like a super nice carrier because I have no excuse anymore. Before it was like, well, I mean, I have this cardboard one that sucks, but it's a carrier. Like, I can just put a blankie in there and it's a carrier, right? So now that one's ruined, which is probably good. So I can get him a new one and get to just kind of leisurely set everything up. I'm so excited. That was the other really cool thing about movers, is they bring things in and then they build them for you. Like, they tore down my whole bed and then came here and just set up the bed, and it was just like suddenly there. I was like, oh, there's my bed. That was pieces a second ago, but I guess it's a bed now. Yeah, just so cool. I'm so happy. It just made it a lot easier on me, and now I get to have my first night here with the Sherlock, and got my first much longer drive to work, which is fine. Just gotta get up a little bit earlier. But yeah, hope that you guys had a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye! Mwah!